Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos created for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button, there's a join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that. Well, if the PF was a gift, it's a gift that never ceases giving. So far from my last live stream, where I was updating you what is this PF conference was taking place right before Mao Sampa was declared president. I could predict, based on the names that were highlighted as his fellow contenders as presidential candidates for the PF, I could tell where this was going. And as I predicted, yes. So as I talk, Mao Sampa, according to him and the clique that he was with at the Mulungushi Conference Center, is the current president of the Patriotic Front. So since that conference, there have been letters of expulsion. So given Winda and Nakashinda have expelled Mao Sampa and his SG, that Monga Ngoma guy, and same thing, Mao Sampa and Ngoma have expelled Nakashinda and given Wind. So that's what's going on. And then right after he was elected as president, he notified the press to say he's going to hold a press conference today, which he has just done. And here's the update from that. So this was during his live stream. And he did not do it at the PF Secretariat. He did it at his place. And then you can see from the comment down there from Aaron Swilanji, he says, PF MPs will soon join you once the registrar confirms your names. So that story is coming up. And PF presidential address, president addresses the media live from Boba. He calls his residence Boba in Leopard's Hill. So he held that press conference where he chanted the way forward of the party and everything else. But the PF wrote to the speaker on 25th October 2023, the speaker of the National Assembly of Zambia, Mandai Road, Lusaka. Dear Madam, expulsion of Mao Sampa and vacancy of Matero constituency seat. Difference is made above. Caption matter to take notice that Mao Sampa is no longer a member of the Patriotic Front and no longer represents the interests of the party on whose ticket he stood. In that vein, Matero constituency stands vacant and should be declared as such. Attached here within is a copy of the injunction enjoining Mr. Sampa from holding himself out as a member of the Patriotic Front, copy to the Electoral Commission. So this is the letter that given Luwinda has written to the Speaker of the National Assembly so that they can nullify the seat, and also the ECZ so they can declare an election in the next 90 days for Matero. So more over the same news, PF informs the speaker. It's pretty much the same story. So that's the official letter where that was extracted so far. And then also, Shifetayari wrote this. Mao Sampa was legally elected, but in politics, there is nothing that is illegal in power. When power is on your side. I blame Balungu for messing up Sata's party. Sata must be turning in his grave. That's what Shifetayari writes. I am upset with Balungu for being a man without character or spine to fight for the party that was given to him on a silver platter to become president. Balungu never fought for anything to become president. It was other people that fought for him and handed it over to him. At least Mao's organized that general conference, but others organized the conference that elected Balungu with a show of hands. During his presidency, other people used presidential powers for their benefits. Even hooligans intimidated, defied persons in the name of the presidency, while Walungu was listening to fake pastors who formed the Christians for Walungu. They cheated Walungu that God will multiply votes like Jesus did for the fish and bread that fed 5,000. They are doing the same this time around, cheating him ECL that God will grab power from HH and hand it over to him again. Some of us sounded warnings that the boat is sinking and they unleashed police officers on us, treating us like common criminals until Wakainde Hichilema came and whipped them with a landslide victory of over 1 million votes. Today, the things are not going right in the country, and some people are expecting Malungu to liberate them. But he is locked in his house, only coming out to don and catch fresh air on Saturdays, looking for a place where he can pose as a Christian without Christ as his personal savior. Today, Mao Sampa has marched on PF with leaders without a backbone, or soldiers without the ammunition to fight back. What will Given do when he has been sought by the police for this or that? Just cripple him. If Given is not careful, he will end up being serving a sentence for Edgar Lungu. Given has no immunity, so it is easy to clamp him. But Given, be careful. That's what Fatayari says. Anyway, this fight is not easy. It's not an easy one because PF is not in power, UPND is in power, and they are with Mouse Sampa. So be careful when you call some of us names. So that's a warning from Chief Tayari. And then also in the same regard, Nakachinda rushed to court because it's alleged that Mouse Sampa has gone to the Registrar of Societies, which is PACRA, and changed all the names where Edgar Lungu reflects as president. Everyone pretty much has changed the structure, and those names have been are just waiting to be rectified. But there's a possibility that if the government is on his side by now, everything has been changed. So according to Registrar of Society, he might be the president of the PF. We're yet to confirm. They have not yet given feedback in that regard. The UPND are having a field day with this. So what Mao Sampa did yesterday is tantamount to treason, Raphael Nakachinda, with a smack face there. So pretty much the UPND having because this is a win for the UPND, whether you like it or not. It's a straight up win in terms of politics. Yes, it might have been an illegal conference, but the fact is that it's standing. Mao Sampa is not PF, says Lusaka High Court. So that's the injunction that the PF had done. The Lusaka High Court has granted injunction for the Patriotic Front against expelled member Mao Sampa. The court has restrained Mr. Sampa, stopped masquerading as a member of the Patriotic Front or as a leader of the Patriotic Front. In an intra order, the court has restrained Mr. Sampa from holding himself as a member of the Patriotic Front or leader of the party. Following the suspension of Mr. Sampa, he proceeded to hold a so-called extraordinary conference against the provisions of the Patriotic Front Constitution. The party has since expelled Sampa, and the party has requested that the Speaker of the National Assembly declare the seat of Motero vacant immediately. Oh, politics is not for kids. So pretty much this is Chivetayari giving an instruction typical of the mediocrity of the PF. They have informed the speaker and ECZ that there is a vacancy in material. But again, I assure you, Mao Sampa will be in parliament till 2026. And I believe what Chivetayari is saying here. Last I checked, there was a change where if anybody resigns or is expelled from the party, you cannot hold by-elections because there was an info of that where a party would expel you after you have the conflict, create a by-election. So people are saying, no, that's a waste of resources. So if that was implemented, then I don't know what the PF are doing. They're just working on emotion because it's true. Mao Sampa will be MP unless otherwise. But otherwise, him being expelled or him resigning, that seat still stays on his side. And then obviously, Cornelius might also want to speak because the PF has been circulating a video where Cornelius Meta was saying that he was part of the people that are sponsoring disunity in the PF. So the PF, as of yesterday, they alleged that the current government, the UPND government, has sponsored the conference by 2 million kwacha for Mao Sampa to hold that conference, and Cornelius Meta was head of that. So now he was just responding. Neither the UPND Secretariat nor State House had anything to do with the PF convention that elected Mao Sampa as party president, Cornelius Mueto says. So he washes his hands off it to say, no, that's your battle. It has nothing to do with the UPND. And you can see, so this is where the game comes in now, where it's critical. If the names have been changed at the Registrar of Societies, and it's of course again, it's done and dusted. Because this is not new. Mao Sampa has been through this before. PF under Edgar Lungu did something similar to destroy MMD using some of the things claiming to be leaders in the PF. I mean, some of these are claiming to be leaders in the PF today. Now it is time for the UPND to destroy PF using one of their own. What hurts me is that Lungu doesn't even care to fight. Well, so that's what Shufyatayari alleges to say. Because at this stage, the only person that can clearly stop this is Edgar Lungu. And now Edgar Lungu has to resign, submit a letter to cabinet office to say he's back in politics. So now that's where the fear is. Anyway, so these are the numbers that came out of 2023, pretty much that voted Mao Sampa. You can see Atlanta is landslide victory. So those are the other names that contended for the same. But yeah, so now the only person that can clearly stop Mao Sampa is Edgar Lungu. That's if the names have not been changed at the at the Registrar of Societies. If that has been changed, oh, it's game over. It's game over. Because now they'll just be going in court until 2026. So yeah. Meanwhile, given when they expose Mao Sampa, let the game begin. So this one expels the other one. It's a game. Yeah. So that's what's going on. Yeah. And then also in the same news, someone had taken the ACO to court his eligibility documents to be served as via. So the Constitutional Court has ordered that the former president Edgar Lungu be served documents by way of advertising in 2 widely read newspapers in a matter of youth advocate challenging his eligibility to contest further elections. So pretty much they're trying to insinuate that ECO is eligible to stand for 2026 elections. That's what they post there. And then obviously people are reacting to this. Someone on Facebook says, Jesse Insofu, if no one makes a TV series about the PF, I will write it and shoot it on my phone. This is top-notch content. Each penny, the saga continues. Pretty much a drama that has occurred in the PF. Makes for a good series. That's a fact. There is a lot of ups and downs with it. And then someone says there's a rumor has it that 6th President Edgar Chagwa Lungu was in a critical meeting earlier today with the PF members of the Central Committee. There are indicators that he might withdraw the letter from cabinet office. So the rumor that Mr. Moore is insinuating here is that Edgar Lungu is about to get back into politics actively to just stop Mao Sampa from this. Now, the danger comes in that the UPND, if as alleged, backing Mao Sampa, they're working. There's a strategy behind that, as compared to what the PF is doing. PF is acting on emotions and everything else, but with PF, with UPND, there seems to be some strategy there. So this is where the game is. They want Edgar Lungu to, once he gets back that letter to say he's back into politics, then you're going to see. Because if Mao Sampa could afford to turn an MP to support him during the same general conference that he held yesterday, what of UPND turning PF MPs? It can turn a number of those MPs just to vote for his immunity to be removed, because they don't have the clear majority for them to remove his immunity. But if they get those independent MPs and obviously some PF MPs that can be changed, then they can easily remove his immunity. And from the look of things, it seems like they've planned ahead in terms of that, and the PF do not see it. They are just working on emotions. In terms of strategy, you can see that Mao Sampa was regarded as a very weak opponent or a candidate, but you can see the things that is able to do with the right people around him. It's likely to do wonders. So PF insinuates that ignore injunction, Jack Mumbu tells registrar. So that's where the game is. The registrar, that's the Registrar of Societies, to say, because the PF had obtained a court order to restrain PACRA from changing the names. But the PF insinuates to say Jack Mumbu, who's the Home Affairs Minister, has instructed the registrar to go ahead and change those names. So if those names are changed, Nisiasira Manja, Zambo Soya Chem Court, no, Adjan, court case, Adjan. By the time we are reaching 2026, a number of MPs would have lost more morale. Some of them are going to join in SP and everything else. And one thing PF do not forget is that Mao Sampa was humiliated. Everything that Mao Sampa is doing has been done to him before. So you can see this is when he was asked, after he had rebelled against PF, then he was asked back into the PF and he was made to bow and kneel before Edgar Lungu, Bomba Musambo, and the other guy who was SG, I've just forgotten his name. So you can see that he was humiliated, but people thought he had forgotten. Look at all these pictures. So he's not naive. He might not be as intelligent as people want to insinuate he's not, but the fact that he cannot humiliate a man with ego like this and expect him to forget. So he was just waiting for the right time to strike, and he has done it. He has done it so much. So all these pictures where he was meant to be kneeling like a child. So he did not forget. Now he's just acting accordingly with this opportunity. So that's Edgar Lungu, Mao Sampa kneeling there. All over the place. Pretty much he was meant to kneel at every rally that they are holding to prove that, no, we will come to you as a boy. So he did not forget that. Now he's playing the game because this has been done before. And he's just doing the same script. What's his name? Sean Tembo also insinuates that police have surrounded his house and are breaking down the door, possibly in retaliation for this report of Hakainde Ishema to the ICC, International Criminal Court. So Sean Tembo says police are surrounding his house. More details are coming with regard to that. So that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. The saga continues.
Want to make it big, but you wanna hold back. People's criticism, feeling doubt in your mind. Be anxious for nothing, you are headed to the top. Jeremiah 29:11 sums it up. Life is what you make it, so my friend, take a shot. Let them say what they wanna, it don't matter, cause you know what you're born to be. Rock of ages backing you. Keep your head high as you walk in your miracle. Have a big dream, cause your God is unbeatable. He's the most high and yeah, omnipotent. Negative energy and people at a distance. All the dream killers, no need to surround you. Live beyond the average. Christ is a leverage. You can be anything, you are not in a cage. Hands in the air, beyond the blue sky. There is no limit how high you can fly.
Dreams still come true for sure. Just keep your mind on what you see. We're going harder and harder. But I once was a believer. Dreams still come true for sure. Just keep your mind on what you see. We're going harder and harder. But I once was a believer.
I know where I'm going and I'm gonna get there. Motivated by the vision and the dream I have. All this trouble trying to hold me back, but I walk by faith and not by sight. My mind on the word of God. Hey, no time to be idle. No, look around and I marvel at the work of your hands in my Yahweh. Ish, my future's clear now. So bright that I ain't gotta stumble in the dark, cause I walk in the light now. Ninumbuye paliponse mulipo. Hey,
Dreams still come true for sure. Just keep your mind on what you see. We're going harder and harder. But I once was a believer. Dreams still come true for sure. Just keep your mind on what you see. We're going harder and harder. But I once was a believer.
nothing can stop me cause I'm filled with the Spirit. I'm in this race, my friend, to the finish. Working so hard that I'm bound to make it. Powered by God, no need to fake it. Oh my God, we need hope. Yes, these dreams, achieve them all. I'm a go-getter and a trendsetter. Musical worker, nikufuna mbeka.
Dreams still come true for